that's when I'm got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of... And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Complete. Smith has it. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Seattle.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Hall, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Under 10, under 10.
2nd and 5. Gets this one to Morris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 53. Mike, 53. Snap.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Mike, 58, right there. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Check down, bro. Check me out.
2nd and 1. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On first down, Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Counter play with Jacobs. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 20-yard line.
Ready to break. Hey, Haywood. Hey.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Get it.
2nd and 15. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Complete to number 13. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51.
Quarterback, don't get nervous, man.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Gator. 54. Too little, Cupcake.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Yes, yes. Hey, orbit. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We own them. We own them. Hit it.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, let's go.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
I'm on. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Topper.
Right there. 54, right there.
Hey, Delta.
54 mic.
Yeah, let's get a sack.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, Charlie. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
To number 14. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Switch up. 53's the Mike. 53. Check now.
He'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Ready, set. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Double dog. Yo, cheetah.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Watch the run.
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go!
Make these babies crawl all the way back, huh? 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Go!
Boot, watch the boot.
51's the mic, boys. 51. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Set. Took the outlaw. Big end. Slam. Set up. Shoot. 86. Pull it. Pass. Check 24. Check 24. Trump.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Sponge. No. Shoot.
58, right over there.
They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot go. Check.
They'll try the left side. It's Hall. 34 yards there and a first down. I thought he had the angle along that sideline. Didn't quite get there, though.
Didn't quite get there, but they did keep him from getting into the end zone. Now when you look down and line up on defense, you see the goal line beneath your feet. If that doesn't motivate you to play harder, I don't know what will.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
58 to Mike. All day, baby, all day. 58, right over.
Here's second and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
58 is the Mike. Well, 58 is the Mike. Rip right, rip right. 58 is the Mike.
They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10.
Five. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got him.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Get that quarterback, D-line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Hey, Alpha.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Let's go.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
Hey.
Get him, you got him. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. All day, every day, any day.
Hit it.
They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
Here's Jacobs. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
2nd and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey!
Check the car, check the car. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 50.
Hey, zoom.
65. 65. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
He's protein, spill, smoke.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ready, ready! 50, plant. 54, Mike, 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Watch the edge. General West. Big grip.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Bravo.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Bandit. Bandit.
Hey, wahoo.
51, Mike.
Get it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Landry, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, they had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Looking to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing. Hey, Echo.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hit it.
Back to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Hey, exit. Go.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Ready? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to play.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 19 yards away. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
All day, dog.
2nd and 5. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go one more. Check. 53's Mike. Check. Now.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Jacobs now. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
X3. 218. Chop.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
53 is the mark.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, come on.
He'll look to throw. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being bumped.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Mike, 58.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the weed. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Switch.
They'll try the left side. Floyd. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go. Check. Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 13. Check 13.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 45, Packers 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
Around 26-yard line.
Ready up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. We don't want this.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.